Hi YouTube, Steven here. Come to you today on a beautiful day here in Iowa. It's about 42 degrees, I think. I just got off work and thought I'd enjoy the weather. We've been in kind of a deep freeze for a week or 10 days. Had our first measurable snow, and that's gone now. And as per Iowa, I guess we're going to be 50 and above over the weekend. So get the fishing rods back out and see what happens if some of the ice breaks up on the lake here, or lakes that I fish. But yeah, come to a special spot today. It was 10 years ago today that I made my first video and joined the YouTube pipe community. And yeah, I know I don't make too many videos or any videos. It's been, I believe, 8 months. I checked. The last video I made was when Timber Drifter was visiting, and he ate a fertilized duck egg. We made a little short video about it, and yeah, it's been a while since then, and a lot of things have happened. A lot of things in my life have happened, and a lot of change. But housekeeping, we used to always say, country gentleman with a forever stem. Same pipe I smoked 10 years ago today in this spot at this table. Lane 1Q is what I smoked back then, but as a lot of us travel this pipe journey, we kind of start off with aromatics and evolve into something else. Virginias, or in my case, English. Boswell's Northwoods is my almost everyday smoke. So unless I run real low, then I delve into my cellar and break something else out. I did smoke the Thanksgiving Day, on Thanksgiving Day, and that was good. It's aged quite a bit, and that was pretty tasty. But no, Boswell's Northwoods, same shelter, which I love this shelter because as far as I know, it was built as a Eagle Scout project quite a few years ago. And what I love about it, there's no road to it. It's a pretty major park here in my town with lots of activities and whatnot, but there's no road that goes to this. So the bike trail runs around behind me here, and back when I made my video 10 years ago, I was car free and rode everywhere, so it was perfect for making a video and rolling up here and having lunch and whatnot. But you roll past here, and there's the Raccoon River, and there's kind of an old school wooden planked, I guess it's kind of a suspension bridge that goes over the river, and you can stand there and watch the eagles hunt on the river, which is a beautiful thing. So I like this spot. There's a horse farm right behind us, or a stable I guess it is, and they do a lot of horse riding, so sometimes they'll come through here. But yeah, if you were to do a picnic or something here, you either ride your bike in or you hike in, because there's no road that drives right up to it, you know, as so many of the shelters do with a parking lot and whatnot. This is a little more secluded, and I love that. I have frequently hung up my hammock between these posts and read a book and probably made a video or two and had my lunch, and that's why I love this spot. So I thought I'd better come back here. 10 years on YouTube. It's hard to imagine how fast the time has gone. But let me light this. If I can get my lighter to go here. Funny, I almost 100% of the time do my first lights with matches, but I didn't want to fiddle with that. And this cob, it's very well worn, and I like to use a lighter with it, so a little easier out here. My old Tree of Life Zippo I've carried for many years, brass Zippo, works good. So 10 years. First thing I want to say before I forget, I thought I'd save it to the end, but before I forget, I want to thank all my subscribers. People have come and gone, and a lot of you have stayed all these years, even though, like I say, I don't put out a lot of content. And I always say I'm going to do more, and we try, but life does get in the way. But yeah, I've still got a fair amount of subscribers for a guy that just sits around and talks about pipes and family and the outdoors and hikes a bit and cycles a bit and whatnot. But yeah, I appreciate you folks, every single one of you. I've made good friends. So glad you stuck around. I'm still watching videos. As we all do in this community, because I don't really know any pipers personally that live here. So we get on here and we make a video, or we watch a video, and when we're watching the video we smoke our pipe, and we've got our friend there with us. So I still do that. Yeah, I enjoy that greatly. I watch a lot of, since I've retired or semi-retired, I watch a lot of fly fishing videos too, because I've really got into that hobby. But yeah, pipe smoking videos, I've got my dozen or so folks I watch every single time they pop a video up, and then I'm still finding new folks, which is really cool. It's still a thriving community. So, but yeah, a lot of new stuff, a lot of things have happened. A little update on my grandson. Throw this in here. So I'm a big fan of Stormy Cromer hats. I love them, and now my grandson, he has to love one too, because they live in Michigan, the land of the Stormy Cromer hat. So that's Oliver. He's about 17 months old now, doing great. My son and his wife moved to Grand Rapids less than a year ago to buy a home and you know, get the family going. So my other son's in Las Vegas, still loving it. He's coming home for Christmas. The other one, his wife's not. They'll be heading to his in-laws folks. But yeah, kids are doing good. Louisa's kids are doing good. They're working, and one of them's in school, become a nurse. One of them's driving. Actually, I shouldn't tell this story, but sorry, John. On the first snow, we normally, when there's a snow and you got new drivers, these folks are from Philippines. They don't do a lot of snow. And John's a real good driver from what I can tell. But the very first snow hit in the middle of the night. He had to work at 6:45 or leave at 6:45 in the morning. And I took Louisa to work and got home. And I just pulled in the driveway and I get a FaceTime call. And he was on the side of the freeway. Had done a little spinny and bashed both of his driver's side wheels in, kind of scuffed up the front of his car a little bit. And I explained, he's fine. He didn't hit anyone else. Everyone else is fine. But I explained when he bought his car, he bought a really nice little Kia. And I said, you need a kid car, something you're going to bump around a little bit, because that's what happens. And sure enough, it did. So he didn't have the money to fix it right away, so it's funny, as an old guy, we could drive it just down the way, and there was a place that could put some wheels on it and check the alignment and all that. And in the old days, when you'd pay for something, you know, you had that feeling of opening your wallet, and now you take a little piece of plastic and go beep. You don't even swipe it, you just go beep, $2,000 on, just like that. Yeah, cars are great. I kind of miss being car free. So but he's working. We're going to make him pay some of it back at least. But you know, parents' job is never done. So, but he's okay in that. That's all that matters. I told him the old story of, you know, fall off a horse, get right back on, and because he was a little nervous about driving. But by the time we got the car fixed, the snow was mostly melted. So yeah, that happened. The other thing that's happened that was quite a change for us. And as per usual, keeping a pipe lit while you're chatting is a thing. But we were going along just fine in our house, and we rent. I've always been a renter. I've never felt a need to buy a property and own a property, because I think you're not going to own it forever. And I've just been a renter. I grew up that way, and I think that's the way I've always been. So we're doing fine, and they had a city inspection, as they do with rental properties, and they found a crack in the foundation, which meant they were going to do a big dig around the outside of the foundation and shore it up and replace. Well, I guess they're going to replace the block and jack up the house and all, and we could live there. All that's going to be fine. So that was something. And then right about the exact same time, we had a big windstorm. They call it here a derecho. But a big windstorm knocked down a big walnut tree in our backyard, which was between the neighbor's fence, the trees, our fence, and then our shed. So fences and shed in trouble. Got to remove all those to get to the trees. And by that time, our landlord came over and said, well, so they're going to sell the house. That's not something I wanted to hear. At my age, I thought I was kind of done moving. We moved my son from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, and I thought that was the last time I was going to move anything. And you get to an age where picking up couches is really not something you want to do. So, it was a bit of a gut punch, but we have young kids. Louisa's 3 kids are young and strong, and they have friends that are young and strong, and we got the job done. So it worked out. It worked out as such that the folks that owned our house, I think they owned several properties, and they had another house available about 13 blocks away. Nice neighborhood, small little brick house. We had a kind of a gravel driveway, and this is a nice concrete driveway with a 2-car garage. So I've got a little smoking spot set up in there, my fly tying spot, and we got a nice little garden area. So we got our garden chairs and couch or whatever, the gliders and things out there. So it's working out. It's fine. We got everything unpacked that we need, but there's lots of boxes of things like knickknacks and things. Strangely, most of you will understand this. The first thing I unboxed was my pipe collection. I needed that pretty quick like. So we got that all put together in the cellar, which the cellar was something I'm not going to dig for it. I got some photos, but it took 4 boys to carry the cellar out. I've got an antique cabinet. It's not a very big cabinet, but when you put probably 100 full jelly-sized jars, and some of the large jars, some of the quart-sized jars even, but full of tobacco, it's pretty darn heavy. And I've got the bright idea to saran wrap the door shut, all the way around real tight, and see if they could just carry it. And they did. And yeah, not a thing was broken, and it was better than unpacking it all. Although, as we know, sometimes unpacking it, you go, oh, hey, there's that. Oh, I forgot about that. And I didn't do that, and kind of wished I would have. But no more, just throw it in the corner and be done with it. Found a nice spot for it. Strangely enough, it's because our house is maybe a little bit smaller. It's in the kitchen, but I told Louisa it's ingredients. It's it's like condiments. So she went with that. But it fits nice there. We were planning a pretty good road trip up around. I like to take Louisa places she's not seen, and they're kind of iconic places in the States here that she's been here coming up on 10 years. So we were going to go to Mount Rushmore and Devil's Tower, and just a few random places up that way, and that's about the time the house went belly up, and we moved. So there's some expenses with moving and just the time and the energy. So maybe yet this year or early next year we may go find a cabin somewhere we can go and take a long weekend or something just to say we had a vacation, because it was the perfect time. I was sort of thinking about a new car, not a new car, but replacement car, because our van's getting up in miles, and I was to the point of driving through car lots, not even getting out, just driving through, what do I want kind of a thing, and then thinking about a vacation, and then the house said, let's don't do any of that. Life is such it is, speed bumps. Can't think of too much more to tell you. It seems like I've thrown a lot of information at you. I guess when you wait 8 months, you got some things to talk about. But yeah, grandson's second Christmas, first real one. He's walking, running around. Uh, so yeah, that's cool. Wish we could go up and see him, and we will at some point here. But yeah, it'd be good to get my boy back, my eldest son, and we, of course, new house. It's like, oh my gosh, where's the Christmas tree going? And where my wife, the Philippines have a thing called a parole. First off, the Philippines Christmas starts in the first Burr month. September is Christmas, so we've held off. I kind of like to keep them in order, and we've held off. But now it's Christmas season. But they have a thing called a parole, which is a star-shaped lantern that's very iconic in the Philippines at Christmas, and we've got a big one that's like stained glass that she bought from the Philippines, had it shipped over. It's beautiful. And then we've got three smaller ones that a friend made, and we got a Santa head, and there's some things like that, and then the tree. And it's like, where's all this going to go? So we had everything all figured out in the old house, but now that's part of the fun, I guess, of a new place to live is the move-in process. Thanksgiving was like that. Although my sister hosted, we switch every year. We'll do Christmas, she did Thanksgiving, next year we'll switch. But it's making the dinner. It's we brought some dishes over, and it's like, where's the pan, where's the spatula, where's the this, that, where's the ingredients, where's the condiments that or the spices or whatever. So that's fun. But yeah, we're all moved in, pretty comfortable, like the neighborhood. Yeah, not too far from a cemetery that's kind of an iconic cemetery here in Des Moines. It's a nice place for walking, although we haven't been. We want to. We say we're going to. But I haven't been hiking much. With the fly fishing I've been doing, I do that almost until now. When it got real cold, I do that almost every day after work. The best part is, even if you're not catching fish, just the throwing the flies is a lot of fun. Casting is a lot of fun, and they stock 3 of the lakes that are easily drivable for me. They stock them with trout 2 or 3 times a year, and we've got a freezer with a few trout in it. 5 is our limit. I've got limit a couple of times, and so yeah, we got some trout to eat, and I really enjoy that. But now that the rods are put away, might be time to get the rucksack back out. Just walking out here, it's maybe a quarter mile from the van, but it's nice. I need to get back into the woods. I have a friend that always says, go outside. And if you notice, I'm wearing the same hat he wears. I don't know if he had his first or I had mine first, but it's that old like mines thing. You just can't beat it. Ear flaps, wool. I mean, what more do you want in a hat? And it looks like an old guy hat, which I can pull off and he can't because he's not an old guy. But he does look good in it. So anyway, I was expecting company. I figured someone would come through. I've seen a couple of people running. I saw a guy on a bike go by a little bit ago, but I thought somebody might come hiking through here. So I'm going to finish my pipe. In about an hour, I got to go pick up Louisa. So I'll be uploading this thing probably tonight yet, and I'll check back with you as soon as I can. Take good care. Have a good holiday. And yeah, go outside.